Okay, so this is what we're doing today. We're going to make a small, what some people call a pixie wreath. So what I have done here is I have a wreath frame from the Dollar Tree, and it's an 8-inch wreath frame, and you actually get 2 of these for $1. And I have put chenille stems or pipe cleaners, whichever you call them, on this frame, and there's 6 of them. And what I've tried to do, even though this one wants to slide, is I started from the inside rings, and I put one at the crossbar on every one of the inside. So there's 3 on the inside, and on the outside, in between the 2 crossbars, I've come back and put another one. So as you can see, so it ends up being 6. So this is going to be a St. Patrick's Day wreath, a pixie wreath to go on a girl's actually bedroom door, on the outside of her door, or inside. It can go on the inside. These are really good for inside doors, whether it's in your house or wherever, or office. They just make really good wreaths to go on the inside door because they're smaller. So what I'm doing today is I have cut 10 inches. This is 10-inch meth, and it's cut in 10-inch strips. And I've done the green, the emerald green, with this we're going to do the ruffle method, and that's going to be on our base. And then we're going to go. I'm going to go back around, and I've cut 3 of the like lime green looking colors. All of this is 10 inches. It's 10 inches wide, and I've cut it in 10 inches. And this is, you can tell this is like a gold. It's like a off-white and gold, and it's got a gold center. I've cut 3 of those. And I have cut 2 black ones so far, but I need 4 more of the black, so I'll get 6 of the black in total. And I've cut 4 of the green, 5. 5, there he's hiding, I've got 5 of these. I got more of these to cut. So I wanted to show you guys how to cut these on my mat here with my rotary cutter. So just need 1 more of these. So I had to open a new roll, so I thought that would be good to show you guys. So actually, let me do it this way so you can see better. Well, since it's a new roll too, this is kind of the edge of a new roll. The edge of a new roll is always kind of messed up or is not as straight. So first thing I'm gonna do is come in here and cut this and make it straighter. Okay, so I'll start with a fresh cut here. And I'm gonna line it up. Y'all can see this or not. I'll move it down a little bit. I'm gonna line it up on the 1 inch. Oh, here I am. Make y'all dizzy. On the 1 inch. Let's see. I don't want you to see me. I want you to see what I'm doing. Here, let's see. And I'm gonna go to the 10 inch, and that's where I'm gonna cut. And that'll make my 6th one for my emerald green for my ruffles. And I've got 2 black for my curls. So now I have to do 4 more black. So I'm gonna do those real quick. And with this deco mesh, what I usually do, well, it looks like it's gonna stay. I put something heavy down. Whoa, let's do it this way. I keep forgetting to do it this way. I'll put something heavy down so it'll stay and won't roll. So I'll hold one edge. So down here on this edge, down here, I'm holding this down on the 0. And then you can see this it's on the 10. So I'm cutting at the 10. And I'll just roll some more out. And cut at the 10 line. So that's 4. So I got 2 more to go. 4, 5. Oh, it's deco mesh sticks, and I'm working on a smaller table than normal. But it's too cold in the shop, and I keep getting too much glitter on my kitchen table. All right. So we got all our mesh cut. And y'all, these rotary cutters, they're the bomb. Love these. Especially for deco mesh. You can't cut everything with them. Burlap, you can't cut. Some ribbon you can, I think, but I usually cut ribbon with scissors. So we'll get into cutting the ribbon in a minute. So let's just start with the deco mesh. And it doesn't matter if you start on the inside or outside, but I think I'm just going to start, I want to start on the outside. So I'm going to take my my dark green, my emerald green, and to do the ruffle method, you just start at the edge and you just gather. You gather. And then you make like a little ruffle or a little bow, just like that. And you go in and you twist it in. Now, if I were making a bigger wreath, I would cut these at 20 or 30 inches for a bigger size wreath. But for this small one, I'm going to do the 10-inch. And if I have to go in and fill in some more, I will. But I think this is going to work. So we're just going to keep doing that all the way around in each place. And I'll show you this too. You can also, like I can put this down and hold it down. It's not so bad right now because this is 10 inches, but when you're working with 20 or 30 inches, sometimes it'll want to roll up, so you'll want to put something down. So I'll just show you can do that. It does kind of help keep it more steady. And making the little pixie wreaths are a good way to use up if you have any extra deco mesh, like extra on some rolls that you need to use up. Even though I did use up some and I still had to open some for this particular one. But if I had a couple like rolls that just had a little bit on each, it's perfect to try to use it up. Oh, you can tell this was one of the end rolls that came right off of this. He's trying to curl up a little bit more than can be a little bit aggravating. Let's just try to stretch it out as much as you can and just start scrunching, get over that little line, and it will work better. Yeah, it's kind of, this one wants to be a little annoying because of that, but it'll still be good. And I'm going to twist it in a couple of little times there. And I'm going to turn it where this is going this way. Where you see that ruffle is going the long way. And so my pipe cleaner or Chanel stem is going up and down. That way when I go back and add other things, it'll be ready to add more. Okay. I'm just going to keep doing this. And then of course on a bigger wreath frame, like I said, this one's 8 inches. On a bigger one, that would be a 14-inch or 16-inch or however big you want. You're gonna have to put more pipe cleaners closer together to make it nice and full. But hopefully the way I've done this will work and it'll be enough to make it nice and full by the time we get all the deco mesh and all the ribbons on it. To curl under. Deco mesh definitely wants to stick to itself or to the other pieces of deco mesh. 2 little tight turns in there. All right, we're on our last piece of the emerald green. And And then y'all notice too, I'm also doing the, oh, see, I told you it wants to stick. And it wants to fray some. That's deco mesh for you. Let me see. If I have scissors somewhere. Oh, right here on the table. I'll cut that one string right there off because it is kind of longer. Oh, there's one. Oh, yeah, it's attached. Okay, so we're going to cut that off. And I'll put this on this last one. Okay. So now I'll show y'all where we're at now. So that's where we're at for right now. You can see. So now we're going to go around, back around. And so since I have 6 of the black, but I only have 3 of the light green and 3 of the gold, what I'm going to do now is everyone is going to get a black, and then every other one is going to get either the green or the gold. Wow, this really is starting to fray. Some of this I had already had cut and left from something else, so I think it's fraying more. So when you're doing the ruffle, you want to lay it where the natural way it wants to curl is down, so it's coming up like this. But when you're doing the curl, you want it up where the curls is curling up like that. And then you're going to roll it. Well, get it started. I'm going to roll it, so under a little bit like that. And then you're just going to keep rolling. So you have a good roll right there. So it ends up looking like that. And you can either at this point, and hold on, my chip clip is over here. You can either at this point, you can take a chip clip and you can clip this like that and just hold it while you're rolling your other one. So I'll get my gold one rolled, get it started. Now I'll undo this one and you put them together. And try to make it where the openings, if I can, if you can figure it out, are on the bottom. So you have the 2 together. And now I'm gonna come in here. Oh, see, it's all sticking. I need a bigger table. I'm gonna come in like this and just attach it on there like that. And you can choose whether you want your curls to go this way, or if you want to turn them, let them go that way. I think for right now, I'm going to let them go that way, but I may change my mind when I get done. So next, I'm going to do another black. And since we did gold on this one, on the gold on this one, I'm going to do the lime green with the black on this one. And I showed you with the chip clip, but this time I'm just going to hold it while I roll the other one. I'll show you, you can just do it that way as well. If you can hold on to this one. Like I said, the deco mesh wants to stick to each other, so sometimes it's better. Well, it's not trying to stick to this, it's trying to stick to something over here. But if you hold it together, you're usually pretty good. If I were doing more than 2 curls, I probably would do the chip clip. Maybe I should have done the chip clip because this one come a little bit undone. Just loop it around again. So I'm gonna flip it this way so my blacks are on the outside and away from each other. And make it a little bit more uniform that way. So now I've got the one with the gold and black, and now I've got the light green and black. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. This one's gonna be the gold. I'll tell you, the fraying on these, not good. I think this one was the end piece, and I had to pull it off. Okay, so maybe the chip clip would help me to keep them together. Okay. I don't like the way that one looks. So that one, flip it over. Okay. So that's kind of what we got going on so far. Ruffles and curls. All right, so the next one, we got the green. And then black. Yeah, I've never seen so much fraying. I mean, I know they fray, but good gracious. Okay. I was like, I'm not missing one. One of the black ones fell over here. Okay, so gold is next. And this one already pretty much curled. Okay. Uh-oh. That's why I was about to say, typically I would tell you not to pull the strings, and that is why. But a couple of them were coming out real easy, so I just pulled them. But normally you would just want to come back in and cut some of the strings. Normally there wouldn't be quite this many. I said I think some of these are because there were extra pieces that I had already cut, and they've been sitting around, and I have moved them a couple times. So the more you touch deco mesh, the more you mess with it, the more it frays. So if you get it on, leave it alone, you're good. But because I've moved some of this stuff around a few times after I had cut some extra curls that I didn't need for another wreath, they've kind of started getting stringy. All right, so this will be our last one. And so as you can see, I started with an 8-inch frame, and this is getting pretty wide and pretty full, where if I was using a bigger frame, it would definitely have been wider and fuller. I would have used, more than likely used 3 curls, and I would have used 20 inches or 30 inches of the mesh underneath. So right now, even though I still got one more to go on, if we were measuring, it is almost, if you go from end to end here, we're talking about it's already like at a 16-inch wreath. Now, if you wanted to make one smaller, you could use the deco mesh that comes in the 5 inches, and then that would make even a smaller wreath. If you use the one in the 5 inches, you may have to put it a little closer together. You may have to do more than 6. I think when I've done one before with the 5-inch, I had to end up doing 9 or 10 of the chenille stems, where I only had to do 6 on this one. And it's close enough together, and it's making a very full wreath here. So now I'm getting strings that I've cut off from other ones. It's just attaching now. See if it goes. Okay, get this last one in. Okay, so this is what we have now. This is what, let me see if y'all can see a little bit better. This is where we're at now. And so we got our ruffles in, and we got our curls in, and the next thing we're going to do is our ribbon. And I'm going to go get my ribbon, and I'll come back, and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Okay, so I've been trying to make some decisions about ribbon I want to use, and we have the 6 pipe cleaners in, and we have things in each one of them. We have the deco mesh in each. But since I'm using this sign right here, and I'll be putting that on there, I think I only need to put ribbon in 4 of this, where the pipe cleaners are, in 4 of the sections. Because the one at the bottom where his little feet are, I don't have to put ribbon, and the one at the top, I don't have to put ribbon. I may go back and put ribbon, but right now I think what I'm going to do is just put it in the 4. So I have this St. Patrick's ribbon right here, And then I have this thinner, this is a 2.5. And then I have this thinner buffalo check, which is 1.5. And I'm gonna put those together. And I have cut these at 10 inches, and I'm thinking they'll be a good size. I don't think they'll be too long. Normally on a bigger wreath, I'm gonna cut them anywhere from 12 to 14 inches, just depending, because you want your ribbons to show. Oh, let me show you, y'all. Also, I'm just going in and cutting at an angle just to get that cut at the end. So I'm gonna show you the other end. Just put them together. Put them in half and just cut up like this. And it makes like that chevron cut right there. So I also have this gold ribbon that I've cut at 10 inches. And I'm going to do the same with it. Cut it, and fold it in half, and then cut it on each end. Okay. So get all this out of the way. I also have this ribbon, and I'm deciding if I want to actually add that, incorporate that in somehow. But I have a couple of pieces of this left. I actually just had one piece left, and I cut it in two. So this is not quite 10 inches. I think these come out to be 8 inches. So I will put that together and then put this buffalo check here. So I'm going to come in and chevron these as well. And actually, since I only cut these at 8, I'm going to go back and make these 8 as well, just so it'll be more uniform. There we go. Normally, I would have the 1.5 inch just as long as the 2.5 inch, or whatever ribbon I'm using, I would have the same length. But because I'm using up some ribbon I have, and I don't have any more of this, I'm just trying to make it work. Or I don't have any more of this one, so I'm trying to make it work. And it's a smaller wreath, it should not be an issue. If anything, I could cut these a little bit smaller. But I'm gonna put them on there and see which way they go. So I'm gonna put it, since my wreath is going this way, I'm gonna put my shamrocks going that way as well. I don't want them upside down, so I'm gonna make sure I put those the right way. These, the same thing. Now this particular piece right here, the shamrocks are all kind of going that way, but this one actually has shamrocks going in all different directions, so this one wouldn't be as important to try to do that. And some people, it doesn't bother them if they have something on that's not going exactly the right way. But since these are pretty uniform and going down the same way, I'm going to keep them the same. Oh, this is not, okay. All right, so let's get these on. All right, so I'm just going to try to line this up as good as I can with it being shorter. If the same size, it would be easier. And just fold in the middle like that. Kind of gather it. And I'm going to just put it right here on this bottom. Well, not the complete bottom, it's on the side, but the lower one. Let me move the sign out the way because I have not attached that yet. I was just trying to see where I was going to put it. Oh yeah, that's cute. It's still going to show. So there we go with putting the ribbon in. All right, so on this one, I'll go in with the shamrock this way. And this buffalo check. Fold it in half, find my middle. Scrunch it up. And just put it right here. Separate it a little bit, just so you can see both. And you can see that pretty shamrock one. Okay, so then I'm gonna go do the same thing on the other side. So this is the bottom where the little feet are gonna go, and that's the top where his hat's gonna go. So I just need to fill in right here. So let me see. Okay, so yep, same thing. I'm gonna try to line it up. lost my feet. This one's going to go here. And I'm just going to put them the same where I've got the gold and the little gingham check shamrocks on the bottom too. And then put these on the top too. But I could have reversed them. I could have done it differently. It's really up to you. Okay, hold on. Fold it in half again. Scrunch it up. Like I said, make sure my shamrocks are going the right direction. And I'm gonna just do this. Y'all see what I'm doing? Okay, so that's what we've got so far. That's what we've gotten so far. So now I'm going to go put the sign on, and I'm going to go off camera and do that, and I will show you, well, I'm going to go off camera and attach some pipe cleaners to the sign so I can attach it to this, and I need to do that using my glue gun, and then I will come back and show you the finished product. 1000. Okay, guys, so I'm back, and this is the wreath with the sign attached, and all I did was I used green chenille stem so you can see that I just attached the middle right here to the middle, and the top with the little hat I just attached right here to the very top, and then the feet I actually attached to the other chenille stems that I had down there because I want them to be like hanging, like little hanging feet. So the only thing I have left to do now is go and cut off all these chenille stems. I'll do one more little quick turn, and then I'm gonna cut these off. You don't have to, especially since they're gold and they kind of match, but I do like to go in and do that. So that will be all, and thank y'all. If you like this, give us a like, and we will see you next time. Bye.